What's this? What? Tattoo for you present? What's he presenting? I don't know. Oh, it looks orky. We like it, orcs. Well, sorry, gotta go.
Hi, mateys, it's me, Tattoo for you, Richard here. And it's time for a Tuesday discussion. Yep, it's time for Tuesday discussion. So... yeah, that pirate voice gives me a little bit of a ha-ha-ha. So, that is the theme for my orc army. It is the Big Boss, Iron Gob, Bug Eaters, Black Flag clan, I guess. Or Black Flag mob. So, I want to do an orc army with the Black Flag theme. I have logos planned out, not necessarily drawn up yet, but planned out, ideas for them. You saw the one logo, the main logo for the thing. That's kind of like their logo symbol, their big one. And I got that from, there's a bit that comes with the brutes, the new orc brutes. I don't like the part. It looks just pretty much similar to that. Orc skull, got these tusks, and that's kind of where I got the idea for it. I just added the swords, the little orc choppas on there. Swords. Orcs don't use swords. That's for pinky folk. Humies use swords, and elves and all those other things use swords. Orcs use choppas, big ooge choppas. So, pirate theme. I want them to be true space orcs. So I'm debating on several things. Do I want the army? I kind of do want this. This is my grand theme for the army, shall we? To be a lot of flying vehicles, sorta. I say, no, that's not right either. Oh. Trying to... easily dropped vehicles. You know what I'm saying? So if they come in, they're on their big old space Hulk thing, big giant space wreckage pirate ship, with their Black Flag banners flying. They come in to the planet they're assaulting, and all their stuff is dropped. Their trucks are dropped, their bikes are dropped, everything's dropped in. Now, I know in the game you can't just, everything comes in from reserves. I know. But in my head, they come off the board, dropped into the ground, and then they move into their deployment zones, whatever. So I'm trying to come up with ideas for that. Do I take their trucks and do I add like rocket jets on them for like they're dropping to slow their descent down? Or do I make everything hover vehicles? Kind of don't want to do that because I already have like bikes and stuff that I'm going to use. But I need to come up with ways, even if it's like off the table, not even playable things, ways that the stuff gets down from the ships. I have my idea already on the Gorkanauts and Morkanauts, those all being made out of Mr. Potato Heads. Getting like 2 or 3 of those, getting like a kit of a Gorkanaut and Morkanaut, and cannibalizing those 2 pieces together. See what I'm saying? I look like that, and of course the Mr. Potato Head, making him look like welded parts all together and stuff, and bolts and rivets and whatnot. You've seen plenty of them. There's tons of them on Google. There's a cat. Honestly, I apologize. Can't remember his channel, but he was building one in process. But taking that, using the Gorkanaut, Morkanaut parts like the arms and stuff and the legs, molding those together, making them all fit and look right and natural, and then having it this big old, it's basically like a giant potato drop pod. I picture, and I'll even make a ship that they come on, like how they get there. Weird orc junker ship. And like they hang from it. And as they get over the battlefield, they're dropped. So these giant, like, peanut-looking things with their arms and legs tucked in like this, woo, crash onto the ground and leave a crater. I think I talked about this already before. So my bases will all be crater bases. They'll look like little craters, and like they'll be stepping out of the crater or something. Same thing with the Def Dreads. I have those Def Dreads up there. I'm going to do the same thing on their bases, make them look like craters because they're dropped. Yeah, so that's kind of my theme for that. An army that's literally dropped onto the planet. You know, yeah. So I've seen people take Nerf guns and stuff like that and turn them into crazy orc, like, jet trucks and stuff, which are really cool. Ideas for that. I have a lot of my orc army. I'm doing a lot of proxy stuff. Like, not like using Games Workshop minis and bits and parts and everything I can, but a lot of proxy business too, you know? So, I don't know, just kind of really several ideas I have. It's just kind of all flows in at once. We already know about all my knobs being orc brutes. Used those models at the base to make all the knobs out of them. I'm gonna have themed truck boys and stuff like that. The Desert Corpse that I have, doing a theme with those, doing a truck that looks like an old deuce. I'll say deuce and a half, an old half track. Kind of like Craig. Craig does them on his Gorka Morka stuff. Those kits. I need to find out what kits you're using, Craig, over at Kablams. Need to find out what those kits are, because I need something similar to that to make kind of an orc half track, and then deck it out as a drop track. So it's kind of got some jets on it too. So as it comes down, it kind of the jets blast and it doesn't land as hard or whatever. So yeah, oh man, ideas are flowing right now, aren't they? So I need something like that, and they're gonna be that specific truck. They're the desert boys, the whatever boys. And then I'll do like another theme on another truck. You know, like America or Hot Rod or something like that. And these boys are all like, they have flames all on their truck, and they got, you know, flames on their helmets and stuff or whatever. They dress up like Evil Knievel. I don't know. Or maybe I use that as like a theme for bikers. I want to do like each like mob and stuff, like special themes, but still have that overall pirate feel, you know. And of course I'm going to have the mob, the bodyguard mob, that's all the Avengers, the superheroes. So what else, man? I don't know. I've got a lot of ideas. But then the other thing is going on, I have the Orc Codex, which it's an older codex. It's one of the I can't remember what edition one it is. It might even be 5th edition. I'm not even sure. So I'm just reading through that for fluff wise and stuff, and getting some general ideas on things. I don't know what's changed a lot. Like this codex doesn't even have flyers in it, so there's no DACA jets or anything like that. So I definitely want to get some of those. With the DACA jets, I'm still deciding, do I want to use regular DACA jets, like get some of those eventually, or do I want to just proxy those as well? You want to get some like old World War II bombers and stuff and planes and things like that in a scale that is good for G-Dub and just build all onto that? Or do I want to just go ahead and get the WAS bombs and the DACA smackas? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much all this video is for. Is just for me to ramble on about what my plans for my orcs and my ideas that I want to do with them. And like the big questions are, actually, I guess I've already answered my questions for the most part. I definitely want the drop army, and I think I'm just going to add like jets and rocket boosters to things to kind of slow their descent as they're dropped onto the planet. Things like that. Maybe create like a giant drop ship that flies over and just dumps all the orcs out and everything or something. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, guys, I know this video's kind of boring. I didn't show a lot of miniature figures or anything like that going on. So I just wanted to kind of have a little discussion about my orc plans, more orc business. I'm trying to come up with a good storyline for Iron Gob Bug Eater. I know he's a young orc and all that. At one point in time, he was always a young orc, and he just eventually started realizing he's the best and the baddest of the orcs there were. Rose up through the ranks and beat the crap out of everybody, and then he took over like everything. Everything. He took over everything. He took over and created his own mob. And he's known for his slaying of the Tyranids and destroying them and eating them, more or less. But he's going to have... I have a little head from a Carnifex. And once I get a war boss, I will pull out all the parts I want to use for him. I'm either going to use that and replace that dragon on his skull with that Carnifex head. Dragon on his skull. Dragon on his shoulder for the Carnifex head. Or I'm going to turn that Carnifex head into a weird claw hand. I don't know yet. I haven't fully decided yet. I definitely want to get rid of the dragon head on his shoulder. And maybe either add some, like, the warriors' shoulder pad. You know, the Tyranid warriors, their heads. Like, cut it out so it's just that carapace part. And do that on his shoulder. Or do that Carnifex head. We'll see. We'll see. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I know it's short, weird, not a lot of stuff going on in it. Just me rambling on and talking and chit-chatting about dumb stuff. Or dumb stuff. It's not dumb stuff. It's fun stuff. It's DACA stuff. DACA, 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 wow. Guys, I love you so much. I thank you for everything. If you've got any ideas or any other tips for me, throw them down in the comments below. I'll look at them, kind of come out and see if I can add them to my army or figure stuff out. I want to get a new codex later on for the orcs to kind of check out. I know I can find it online, which I'll probably just do that and thumb through it and get some more ideas for stuff, whatever's not in this codex, and get some more updates and stuff. As for my war boss too, I want to see the war boss stats, because I want to know. I'm trying to figure out if I want to run him as Gazgul, or if I want to see how I can boost him up, like, and make him fit the idea of the war boss I have in my head. Because I want a war boss who is all-encompassing, and it's an orc. A war boss and an orc, or orc warlord, whatever you want to call them, whatever's the highest rank in orcs. They're supposed to be the meanest, the hardest, the beastiest of all orcs. And that's what I want to make sure Big Boss Iron Gob Bug Eater fits. I want him to fit that to a T. So I need to see all those stats and check it out. But anyway, guys, I love you. I thank you again so much for everything. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can help me out on this orky journey. I'm getting this room slowly dealt with. It's cleaned out. Carpets are done. I've moved a little bit in at a time that I can do. The big kicker for me to get in there and actually do stuff is having a place to sit. But since I can't sit on like a normal chair or anything like that because of my legs, so we got one of my old couches that I can sit on pretty good. We're gonna put that in there, and that'll be my work spot. But once we get that in there, get the rest of my shelves and all the other stuff in there, we'll be doing good. So anyway, hopefully that'll come soon, and I can get back to true modeling, where I just start ripping things, plastic gets cut and tore up, paint flying everywhere, glue sticking to stuff, hands stuck to walls, hair, everything, and everything is happy, happy, happy. And dice are rolling, and dice are rolling. Because I have a gaming table. You'll see it. It's kind of cool. Not as cool as other people's, but I like it. It doesn't matter because I have one. Love you guys. I'll see you later. Y'all take care. Have a happy, wonderful nerd life, my friends. See ya.
Oh, that was good stuff. I like that. What's this? What's nerd life? What's the nerd life? Sounds like fun. You like sports. See you later. Yeah.